morning, everyone. Today we are in the kitchen. I have a lot of work that I need to do, and what we are going to do is we are going to be making homemade chicken broth, and then I'm making a big batch of chicken noodle soup. So each week I'm going to be making one big batch of soup, and then that will be, I give some food to my family. They like my cooking, and of course we have children here on and off all the time. People come and people go. So I'm gonna go ahead and make up this chicken broth. What I did is each week, to save money, each week I bought a pack of chicken. And then after a month, I have enough of chicken now to make the chicken broth. So this one I paid $1.39 a pound. And we're gonna go ahead and let's just put it into our stock pot. My grocery budget is really low, and that way each week if I just spend a couple dollars on the chicken, by the end of the month I have quite a bit of chicken that I can use it for making this homemade soup. So this is how I've been budgeting my money lately. If I need to do a big project, instead of buying it all at one time, I just take a little bit of money each week and buy a little bit, and by the end of the month I have everything. I realized and learned that I can do all of the things that people that maybe would have a higher income can do. It's just it takes me longer to do it. So instead of buying everything for a large project all of a sudden at one time, I had to just spread it out through a couple weeks, but I'm still able to do everything that people who have lots of money can do. It just takes me a lot longer. In case you're wondering, those are carrot tops that I'm using to help give it a really good flavor. I'm just going to put that in. Now we're going to go outside and we're going to get some parsley. All right, let's get some of this parsley. Not too much of it though. Okay, we got the parsley, and then let's get some onions. I added a little bit of everything that I could think of to make a really good, deep, rich broth. And now we're just going to put it on the stove for a couple hours. It smells like Thanksgiving. I love doing this on a very cold winter day because it just brings such a warmth into the home. Then what we do is we are going to strain it, and then we're going to take the meat off the bones. This is my Berkey water filter, so this is filtered water, and that's all we have to do to make the broth. All right, so the chicken broth is done. I'm gonna let this cool a little bit before I put it in my glass jar. I'm gonna keep this in the refrigerator, and then I'm gonna make the chicken soup. All right, the broth is finished. And I'm going to let the chicken cool a little bit before I take it off the bone. And then I will put it in the glass jar, and then we will make the chicken noodle soup tomorrow. I'm just doing this part now. So the broth turned out perfect. Hopefully it's enough for what I want to make. And now we're going to go ahead and do something else. Time to get the wash on the line. It's winter time, and that means that we have to get the wash out really early so it dries in time of 4 p.m. when it gets dark. So now I'm just adding carrots from the farmer's market, and we're going to add the chicken and corn and some seasonings and some noodles, and that's it. That's all we need to do, and it freezes absolutely wonderful. And the soup was finished. It was so tasty. I fed our children. And also I was able to send some home with them and to put some in the freezer, so it's a win-win. It's making it by hand, and this is Pennsylvania Dutch chicken noodle soup, and the reason why I call it Pennsylvania Dutch is because it's made with homemade chicken broth. This is how my mom taught me, and she used a little saffron, but I don't use saffron in mine. And that's it, everyone. This is just a short morning video for all of you, in case you just have a hankering for some chicken noodle soup today. Daily, all about old-fashioned way of living, the Great Depression, World War II, Victory Garden, and all those amazing subjects. Make sure you subscribe. That way you get notified. Oh, and ring the bell, and that way you know every day when I post my videos.